This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for April 23rd, 2025. It's currently April 9th, 2025, 10:45 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading, $548.62 USD. And the shuffle video for the April 23rd reading was created on March 27th, 2025 at 12:42 a.m. Eastern Time. What we're covering in this video is the overall trend direction and chart behavior for the day. We're going to give you the timing and chart behavior of the month, of the day's highest high, the day's lowest low, and the best trades that we see throughout the day. We're also going to cover the hour-by-hour sequence of chart events as outlined by the prediction. Super important to understand. It's a sequence of chart events. The timing is usually on point to the hour, but there's going to be cases. You'll see plenty of cases where you need to give it plus or minus an hour or two of wiggle room on these one-day readings. And the reason for that is not each card's energy going left to right across the screen is going to line up perfectly with an hour of time. That would just be unrealistic. So it's important to pay attention to sequence chart events over timing. When the timing is off, follow the sequence of chart events. Rarely are we just dead wrong. So I do not recommend trading this information alone, mainly because of this reason. It's a lot trickier than it looks. And don't be the fool that thinks that just because you know up and down where the high and the low are going to be that you're going to make money, because there's so much that goes into it psychologically between the moment you put the money in, the moment that you take the money out. Like you're just ignorant if you think it's easy. Don't do it. It's entertainment purposes. It proves that extrasensory perception can be used practically in the real world and that it exists. If you're serious about trading this information, I highly advise you must have access to the Discord trade alerts and live trading view chart links, where we actually draw entry and exits on the charts and give you up-to-date guidance in real time. I'm going to show you guys how to get those game-changing services at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And before we get into it, I just want to make sure you're aware of the whole purpose of the channel. We're looking to transmute the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that with your help. We put this information out there for you. With the expectation that when you profit from this information, you go to our website, tarotfortraders.com, click on the resources tab. 5% of all profits should be donated forward to one of these charities. 5% of all profits should be donated back to the channel through one of these links. You're effectively transmuting competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill, paying it forward, keeping the cycle of abundance flowing. You're saying thank you and expressing gratitude, which begets more gratitude. And it leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. Following those rules, my friends, makes you an angel investor of the channel. The universe is it back to you tenfold for following through. Not to mention the angel investors in the very, very near future, within like a matter of a few days, angel investors and total access subscribers will be the only people that can just ask whatever random question they want on Discord. And I'll explain that in more detail on the next live. All right, so let's get into it. Blessings to all my angel investors. The overall trend and direction for the day, we have a prominent peak that'll stand out, and we sell off from it pretty notably. It might be like a peak that forms from a big move higher, pushing the upper end of a range higher. Behavior on the high side, multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance at the high. Behavior on the lowest low, a period of volatility and a sharp drop that'll stand out within that period of volatility. And I'm advised to trade around an unexpected move to the upside. This star card unexpected move to the upside, guys, the last star card move I'll show you on a one-day scale was today, which was the 9th. If you don't remember, the star card here midday. It was a little bit early on the sequence of events. In real time, it ended up being just about an hour later, plus or minus an hour of wiggle room. But that's that star card right there, guys, on a one-day chart. Often, this is what a star card move looks like, and it comes from something unexpected, like Trump announcing that he's, lowering tariffs for a 90-day period. Stuff like that. So that'll give you an idea. And so we want to trade around that unexpected move to the upside. Now, in the pre-market, there's likely to be an important trough, maybe a low for the day, at least thus far. And there should be some flat behavior with a notable reversal standing out on a one-day chart scale, or multiple reversals around the open. Probably multiple, because you got the fortune card there at the open. This unexpected move to the upside, probably out of the open into key resistance, which is likely to be a high, at least thus far. It'll be key resistance on a multi-day scale, and will decline from that resistance into probably lows for the day around 10:30-ish. And then out of the lows for the day, huge move to the upside, like from starting out of the decline from a bottom of range, going all the way to the top of range, probably even with a breakout there before 11 o'clock. We create a peak there between roughly 11 and 12. There's a peak, and we sell off from that pretty notably, creating trade opportunity. And then that turns into erratic behavior back and forth through the same price level between roughly 12 and 1. And in the midst of that erratic behavior, we'll most likely revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. That erratic behavior ends with a high for the day, at least thus far, around 1 o'clock or maybe just after 1 o'clock. And then we get into some price swinging, equal amounts of bulls and bears inflow and outflow. So usually you get like full retrace, multiple full retracements back and forth when you see the change card. And it looks like we have these price swings. There's a lower peak at 2 o'clock. We have a trough, a significant trough around 3. Not as low as the low from earlier in the morning. And then out of that decline that takes us into that trough around 3, we have a huge move from the bottom of the range all the way to the top of the range, probably taking us into the highest high for the day just before the close, creating a peak and price swings at the close, which we most likely, high there at the close, most likely sell off from that pretty notably in the post-market. And there's a good chance that we are higher or at a higher price level in the open on the 24th than at the highs of the 23rd. But we'll look at that in more detail as we progress. So as far as like, there's a lot of trades in there, guys. A lot of trades. So if you got into a long position here on the 22nd, you most likely could close out of that long position first thing in the morning with this unexpected move to the upside into key resistance, or you could ride out this like swing to the downside with a move back, a full retracement to the upside and a breakout, and ride out all this nonsense here midday into a higher price level, probably around 1 o'clock, or you could ride it out and risk holding it even longer into the following day. At the open, or if we're at a highest price level right at the close of the 23rd, maybe do it there. This is the type of stuff we would determine fully in real time on the Discord. You could also open up a long position for a day trade when we decline from the resistance in the first half hour. Open up a long position and close out of it when we have a full retracement back to that resistance. If you miss that opportunity, you'd have like 2 backups for day trade. You could also probably open up. That one's a little tricky. I'd probably leave it alone. I was going to say another trade, but the third trade probably I'll leave it alone. So just those first 2. I like having backups. Rule of thumb when trading outside meta-analysis, never wait for a backup. Take your profit fast. As soon as you got a good profit, take it. If you're asking yourself the question, should I take profits now? Should I take profits or wait for higher gains? Most likely, you should take profits. You can always take that money and reposition into another promising entry point. It pays to take profits early, trust me. So use those backups only as backups. And again, only trade this information if you've got access to the Discord trade alerts. I'm going to show you how to get that stuff right now. So you go to our website, TR for Traders, hover over Order Now, click on Subscriptions. Early Access Subscription, click here to subscribe. It's $100 a month currently, going up in price within a matter of days. So snatch it at that price while you can. And what you get with that subscription is the earliest access to any of our public posts that come out at YouTube. They come out on the Early Access Video Links channel first. You get live stream questions. People drop questions in here throughout the week, and they're answered on the next available live stream. You get the SPY Discord day trade alerts and swing trade alerts, and you get the access to the constantly updating and refreshing this link so that we don't have people trying to rip off the channel. So this link changes regularly, but it gives you access to the live TradingView chart links where we have drawings for entries and exits. If it's grayed out, it was a fail. If it's green or it's red, it's a win. So you can see for the most part, we've got a lot of wins. We're not right all the time, but show me somebody with better accuracy and timing, and I'll start trading what they say. I don't think they exist, but if they do, please, I'd love to meet them. I'd love to meet them. So with that said, guys, much love and appreciation to everybody that goes ahead and does that and supports the channel. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.